Hello, everyone. So, I want to do an intro for this channel that we're starting here, that revolves around Helm Built and the business that it's just officially starting, just like this channel is officially starting. Although I've been doing all the things that we do in Helm Built for many years. I've been watching makers on YouTube since Jimmy DiResta first started, pretty much. If you don't know who that is, you should look up DiResta. He's phenomenal. He's kind of the maker of makers. He started this whole deal. And then I watch a lot of shows like Vice Grip Garage and Hunt the Front, so racing, automobile stuff. You won't see a lot of that kind of thing on this channel. You'll see general fabrication. You'll see maybe some organization stuff, maybe some tool review, probably not much. Maybe some 3D print, some custom plasma cutting on the plasma table, but mostly shop content. So I just want to. My idea is that I can create a video of every project I'm hired to do for the customer to keep as a keepsake for that. So if I'm creating a blacksmith curtain rod or anything that might be done through blacksmithing, then that customer has something to enjoy along with the piece they get. Any customer that wants something that they don't want anything recorded, I'll obviously be upfront with them. So if we get to do any projects that you see in the background and I don't bring up what they are, that'll be probably the reason for it. Right now we have a lot of handrail stuff going on, a few small custom things, and in this first video, at one point in the video, you'll see a little bit of a shop tour, but we'll probably do an in-depth shop tour on the second or third video. Right now, my plan is to put out this first video. It's simple, crude, nothing special about it, but it'll be a little bit of a insight into the shop, what's going on right now, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. As far as how often I'm going to upload videos, hopefully it'll be every week. Planning on it being maybe every Wednesday or something like that. If we have extra videos, I'll post them as well, and maybe some shorts. Personally, I like long YouTube videos that are interesting, but I'd like to hear from everyone what they enjoy. I don't know that I want to make this vlog as a go with me every day, ride the truck to the store with me every day and go get steel and stuff like that. If you guys think that's good content and you want to see that, I'd love to see some comments. If you just want to see a day in the life every now and then, maybe we do a day in the life once a month, something like that. But for the most part, I want to focus on the projects. I've been welding and fabricating for 25 years now. Started working on building race cars about 25 years ago. I'd say it would be 25 years ago. I was 15. So, been doing that for a long time. Lucky enough now to finally have some of the equipment that it makes life a little easier. And the background of how I came to this point is I worked in a factory for 17 years. Left that factory to go to a more of an office setting job. I worked that for about 4 or 5 years. And to be honest, I'm tired of making the man money, right? So there's no reason why I can't go out on a limb, no regrets later, and see if I can make it work. I think we're spreading out the different things we do as far as whether it's the plasma table stuff, 3D printing, shirts, graphic design, blacksmithing. There should be a large enough variety covered under the Helm Built brand that I think we can make it work. There's a few things I will have that'll be production, so like fire pits, smudge pots, things like that we'll just constantly be making. So I probably won't do a lot of videos on that kind of thing. Maybe we'll do one and then no more for a while. It's mainly going to be the one-offs, is what my thoughts are. Like I said, if you would rather see a day in the life more often, or you want every video to be that way, you think, I'd love to hear those opinions, like I said. But where I'm at in my life right now is just to try this. I've got a 14-year-old son that has really showed a lot of interest in being in the shop and working, welding specifically, and it's in his blood. It truly is an art that is passed down, I believe. I would be 5th generation. My great-grandpa was a blacksmith. My great-grandpa was a blacksmith. My grandpa started out as a blacksmith and became a union pipe fitter, which then my great-grandpa also did. So that was in the 30s. So they also had sons that were pipe fitters and nephews and uncles, and it goes all the way through our bloodline. So I feel like it's something that came supernatural to me, and it obviously came supernatural to my son. 14 years old, I waited, I feel like, too long before I started him in the shop. He probably should have got out there at 9 or 10 years old. But the first day he had a welder in his hand was the day he made a great weld, and it just came natural to him. I love teaching as well. I love coaching, sports or otherwise. I love teaching fabrication. So we might have some of those videos in here. Obviously, there's guys that are more of an expert on many things than I am, and I'm sure those opinions will come out, and that's fine. And I don't mind learning from them. I know the older guys, they're older than me. I'm one of the old guys now, but the real old guys actually know a lot of things that I don't know. So I would love to use this as an opportunity to learn too. So with that being said, I will go ahead and throw you to this video, and like I said, please give me some feedback on what you'd like to see. So this old cart came with this little slip roll that I bought a while back. It's not bad, it's sturdy enough, right? So as heavy as it is, I'd like to make better use of it than just for that slip roll. So I've unbolted it. To help out a little bit, this thing had 2 wheels on the front. I added these rear casters that they should be rated for what we're going to do with this deal, but they're nice because if you haven't seen them before, you really just lift up on the table a little bit and kick that black thing up, and it lowers them legs down to the ground. So basically that thing sits level and on the ground whenever you need it to, and then it makes it easy to move it around the way it is. And I can show you here in a minute. You'll see how much easier it moves with those on it. It rolls around pretty nice. If we get overweight for those casters, then I'll do something different. Maybe I'll build a mechanism for another axle or something on there. But for now, what the plan is, I am going to drill these holes for this thing to mount to. And I've seen some people recently ask about drill bits, and my experience with drill bits is, as long as they aren't that light gold color, they're a good drill bit. So what I like to buy, you can buy expensive ones, but these are actually Harbor Freight bits. Comes in a bit set it's not super cheap, but they aren't $300 a set or anything either. And you'll see here that you can make good holes with the right feed and the right speed. You don't have to use lube every time. This is some pretty thick plate. This is 1/4 inch plate, and I'm drilling with about a 1/4 inch hole drill here. You'll see, just take it slow and easy, a lot of pressure, and you won't have much problem getting through there. I think a lot of people's perception is it's the drill bit that's the problem. Usually it's the operator, really. You think about how much better a drill press drills than a hand drill. It's just because you're giving even pressure on it and it's going at slower speed. So see, I'm going super slow, and you can tell by the chips when you're going the right speed. So we start making long chips, and I finally figured out my pressure versus my speed. Right now, I don't really have enough pressure on it. I don't have a good leverage, and I'm going a little slow. So speed it up a little bit, give it a little more pressure. Remember, the failure of a lot of drill bits is overheating. So for being 1/4 inch and how slow I was going, that was actually went through pretty easy. So those chips they're not perfect, but they're a little better than what I see a lot of people just throwing chips everywhere and hammering down on it. Here I should be able to get a little better leverage. See here. So this bit is not even hot, and we just went through 1/4 inch plate, so it may be 3/16. Yeah, it's probably 3/16 plate. Sorry for making you sick here. I'm trying to work this thing, but I kind of wanted to add that to this video because I see a lot of people struggle with drilling holes in anything bigger than sheet metal. And you hear the old guys talk about feed and speed, right? And that's what they mean. It's nice and slow and plenty of pressure. Now we're going to clean this thing up a little bit. It don't have to be perfect. I'm not going to paint it. I'm not going to clean up the legs. I'm not going to clean up the frame. We're just going to clean the surface up a little bit. Just because it looks terrible, and I'm going to have to re-weld the handle up on it. It broke. So my go-to for cleaning that up is a wire wheel. Now we could get crazy with this thing and grind it, really clean it up a lot, but there's no reason for that, right? That's just literally just to hold a few tools, and you can see it's got a lot of pitting in it. It's been beat on. A lot of dings in it. This is this might be your farm style welding table, but this is definitely not a fabricated table, right? So there's no reason to spend the time or the energy to really make it super nice. I'm just gonna do that on the whole thing and we'll be right back. Now we've got that all taken care of. It's all cleaned up, right? So now we're gonna go ahead and drill them holes out a little bigger. We're gonna step up to a 3/8. I'm gonna throw some 3/8 bolts in there. That'll be plenty big. It looks like the ring roller is drilled for about 1/2 inch, but I don't need to put 1/2 inch bolts in there. No reason for it. Again, this is just a Harbor Freight drill bit. I'll show you the case here, and I might even do one of them Amazon shop links if you wanted to check that out and order them by clicking in the video here. I'll see if I can figure out how to do that. Like I said, speed and teeth. Putting a bolt in that front corner. I don't think it needs it. It doesn't need 4 in it. For this one. Maybe not. There it is. So, plans for this thing are we're going to get a Swag Off-Road ring roller, and we're going to mount that on this side. Should be plenty of room there. We'll scoot it out to the edge as much as we can. This roller if we have any issue with it running into it, which I don't anticipate, as it's coming up off this roller. It's gonna, anytime you're rolling, something's gonna come pretty high. If we have an issue with it, I'll move it to the end. But right now I plan on putting a ring roller here and a Rogue Fab tubing notcher down there. 3 good pieces of equipment there that will be nice and mounted solid, but able to move. We have some room in here, but really, when you start working on things, you run out of room quick. And they say a shop's never big enough, but that's really the truth. Let me wipe you off here. So this is a shop. That's my square body. We're one of them long projects, taking our time on it. We'll probably get some videos on that as we're working on that. That shelf is completely full of brand new parts for it. So once we get some time, I don't know when that'll be. Could be a year or two. We'll knock that out. I've got a motor for it. That little pit bike there is for a project I need to work on and get going on here in the next week or two. It'll be pretty cool. You might see it on TV actually. When that project gets done and the customer gets it back, we'll definitely share when it's on TV. We've got our lift we don't use very often. Hopefully you guys can hear me over that heater, but it is so cold in Kansas City area right now that I gotta have it running. So, but that lift we don't use it very often. We used it for race cars a lot. Obviously, I'm a fan of Milwaukee, and we'll go over some of that one day. Probably not going to do many reviews on this channel, but we will. You will see plenty of it used. I've got my 20-ton brake there, or it is going to be a press brake, 20-ton press. That will be a press brake once we get what we need to turn it into a press brake. Hopefully, in the next few weeks, that'll happen. This whole corner over here is going to get cleaned out for the next piece of equipment. So, expecting to have a plasma table, more than likely a Langmuir or Langmuir, however you say that. We're gonna pick one of them up and hopefully have that in the next few weeks to add to some things here. But this is some handrails I'm working on right now. This is a pretty big project. It's 170 feet handrail. I believe after these 3 sections, we are about 3/4 of the way done. So I look to try to finish up all the fab work on that this week. Go on a deck that overlooks a lake, that Lake of the Ozarks. So that'll be nice. Excited to get that finished up. Got a tubing bender under here. Right now, my closure on my ridge cap blew open right before this storm, I guess. I don't know. So it's snowing in here right now. And that's a problem because that's my house over there. So hopefully there's not any up there leaking, and we're going to get that taken care of as soon as possible. I built this little cart for the dies, tubing dies, tubing and pipe. There goes the die. That holds all our stuff here. So that is the old shop outfitter, air over hydraulic. If you know about PlasmaCam plasma tables, it's the same company that built those, or that builds those, I believe, or at least Shop Outfitter used to sell PlasmaCam, which I believe they still do. Not sure actually if the bender was made by the same people, but they sold them. Like the old HTP ProPulse 200. Love that machine. I've had it since they first came out. Pretty much as soon as I found out about them. I used to watch a lot of YouTube, as you'll probably saw in the video before this, or the intro to this video. Haven't shot it yet, so it's not in the can, so to speak. But we'll go over how we came to starting this YouTube channel and how it's long overdue. These are my tables that they match the height of my fab table, so we use them for these panels. We just span them out across the shop here, and that's how we make that table bigger. I would love to have a Fireball table, of course. As you can see, we use a lot of Fireball squares. Love everything he makes. I haven't had anything that I didn't really enjoy of his. Makes fabricating fun. That's a ring roller I built years ago. It does all right on flat stock and some square tubing, but I did not get it very square and true, and it has its struggles, but in a pinch it works good. It works good for flat stock and some small square tubing. The newest purchase here is the Prime Weld TIG welder. So I have calls constantly about aluminum, whether I do aluminum, and I guess that means I'm going to be doing aluminum. So I haven't welded a lot of aluminum for about 15 years, but that's going to be the next thing we're going to be doing. Hopefully I'll get that rolling a little before we get that plasma table. So I think that's going to wrap up this video. Hopefully you guys will enjoy what's coming. I may have to do an audio over this because of that heater, but if not, we'll roll with it. And really appreciate the views, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, the little bell, and subscribe so you can see the next one coming out. I'm going to try to do one of these. I'm at least going to release one a week for now. We'll see, maybe more than that, but I'm definitely going to do a minimum of one a week. And let me know if you like the longer videos, shorter videos. They keep it under 10 minutes, make it an hour. Tell me what your thoughts are. I pretty much primarily only watch YouTube, so I enjoy the long videos. But go ahead and shoot me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching, y'all. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what we can do better.